Top of the evening and welcome to the news here on IETV. On to our viewers on IETVTT.com, I'm Kevin Maharaj. Thank you for joining us. In the headlines, Trinidad and Tobago is confirmed to attend the major regional security summit in Florida this weekend. The body found at Blenheim Bay in Tobago has been identified, and the Education Minister launches the revised National School Code of Conduct. In our top story, Prime Minister Kamla Persaud-Bissessar is expected to attend a major regional security summit in Florida this weekend, hosted by the United States President Donald Trump. The White House confirmed on Wednesday, March 4th, that the high-level meetings will bring together leaders from across Latin America and the Caribbean to address pressing security concerns affecting the region.
I would also add that this weekend, I'm pleased to announce, the President will welcome the heads of state from 12 nations across our Western Hemisphere in Miami, Florida on Saturday. The point of this newfound Latin America Summit is to promote freedom, security, and prosperity in our region. The following countries will be in attendance: Argentina, Bolivia, Chile, Costa Rica, the Dominican Republic, Ecuador, El Salvador, Honduras, Panama, Paraguay, Trinidad and Tobago, and maybe some others as well. And the President will be speaking with the leaders of this country, who have really formed a historic coalition to work together to address criminal narco-terrorist gangs.
Police in Tobago have launched a homicide investigation after a partially decomposed body of a woman was discovered along the shoreline at Blenheim Bay on Tuesday afternoon. Around 3 p.m. on March 3rd, officers on mobile patrol along Winroad Road in Mount St. George were alerted by residents to a body floating in the sea. The body later washed ashore near the new Mount St. George Goodwood Electoral District office. With the assistance of civilians in the area, officers retrieved the body and brought it onto land. Authorities reported that the deceased appeared to be a woman and was found unclothed with a rope wrapped around her neck. Investigators also observed several tattoos and additional markings on the wrist and waist area. A friend of the woman has since identified her as Stacy Samaru, believed to be from Golconda in San Fernando, although police say official confirmation is still pending. The friend said they last spoke with her on Saturday when she reportedly mentioned that she was trying to obtain money to purchase a ticket to return home to Trinidad. According to the friend, that is, Stacy had traveled to Tobago for a vacation and had recently begun a relationship with a new boyfriend she met on the island. She was also said to have been renting a room every other day during her stay. The friend further claimed that Stacy had expressed concerns about some of the men she encountered on the island and said she felt uncomfortable and wanted to return home. A district medical officer visited the scene, pronounced the woman dead, and ordered that the body be transported to the Scarborough mortuary pending a forensic autopsy to determine the cause of death. Senior officers from the Homicide Bureau and Criminal Investigations Department processed the scene. Police say investigations are continuing. Education Minister Michael Dowlatt has officially launched the revised National School Code of Conduct aimed at strengthening discipline and creating safer learning environments in schools that is across Trinidad and Tobago. Here's more.
The launch took place on Wednesday, March 4th, as the Ministry of Education, Trinidad and Tobago moves to update the national framework guiding behavior and discipline within the education system. According to the ministry, the revised code reflects changes in legislation, advances in technology, and the evolving realities within the modern education landscape, ensuring that schools are better equipped to respond to emerging challenges. Delivering the feature address, Education Minister Michael Dowlatt emphasized that discipline plays a critical role in academic success. He stated that meaningful improvements in teaching and learning cannot occur without order, safety, and discipline in schools, noting that disruptions in classrooms lead to lost instructional time, declining teacher morale, and reduced academic performance. The minister stressed that the revised National School Code of Conduct is not intended to focus on punishment, but rather to protect the learning environment and support both teachers and students. Wednesday's launch brought together several key stakeholders, including DCP Junior Benjamin, school principals, and representatives of the National Parent Teacher Association of Trinidad and Tobago, along with principals associations. Officials say the revised framework is designed to promote respectful and supportive school communities where students are empowered to learn, grow, and succeed.
Our highest risk secondary schools, violence-related suspensions were consistently high. In 2023-24, there were 875. 2024-25, 738. And 2025-26, 776. Possession and use-related infractions, including drugs, weapons, and vaping products, also remain significant. We are no longer operating in a pre-digital environment. There's cyberbullying, there's unauthorized recording, there's online harassment, there's AI misuse. These are not theoretical threats. The code now includes detailed guidance on digital citizenship, social media conduct, data protection, and the use of artificial intelligence in schools. Because humiliation in the digital age spreads in seconds.
We pause for a moment. More news when we come back.
From the freshness of the ocean, Rainbow has sealed in all the natural, healthy goodness in their canned tuna, sardines, and mackerel. So go ahead, enjoy some crispy sardines, stewed mackerel, or a creamy tuna salad. Because while your tummy enjoys the great taste, your heart and immunity will love the healthy omega-3s, calcium, protein, and more. Rainbow's canned tuna, sardines, and mackerel are 100% real fish. So it's tasty, healthy eating for your body, heart, and mind. Rainbow canned fish.
Tile Expressions Limited, as one of the largest importers of tiles, offers an extensive range of high-quality tiles in ceramic, porcelain, granite, stone, and mosaic options. Additionally, we offer a variety of tile accessories and bathroom sets to complement any decor style. We are committed to providing exceptional customer service and swift delivery of all products. From indoor and outdoor tiles to bathroom sets and tile accessories, we have curated a range that caters to both traditional and modern taste. Lampus 13, Ajudha Road, Munro Road, Canopio. Call 223-8453.
Welcome back. Deputy Commissioner of Police Junior Benjamin has assured that officers will remain stationed at schools for as long as necessary to protect students and staff. He made a statement to reporters following the launch of the revised National School Code of Conduct at the Ministry of Education on Wednesday.
The aim is to ensure that we have a safe and a more consistent area where students could feel that sense of comfort to learn and not to be involved in violence. So as long as it takes the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, we commit ourselves to be there and to ensure a safer and better Trinidad and Tobago.
He added that the police are actively responding to and managing incidents of school fights as their part of the ongoing efforts to maintain safety on the compound.
We are continuing dealing with these situations, and we believe that based on the things that we're doing, eventually we will get a handle on that as we deal with the students in a case-by-case basis.
A 55-year-old woman who was struck and killed along the eastbound lane of the Churchill Roosevelt Highway near the Tunapuna intersection on Wednesday afternoon has been identified as Sherry Ann Joseph of Wallerfield. According to reports, the incident occurred around 3:20 p.m. on Wednesday, 4th of March, when a driver traveling east along the highway swerved in an attempt to avoid being struck by another vehicle. In the process, the vehicle hit Joseph. Officers later discovered her body in the nearby drain. She was reportedly wearing a green top and a black suede pants at the time. Police investigations into the incident are ongoing. Siparia Mayor Dudnat Mehu is calling on Alderman Victor Roberts to resign, claiming the UNC representative has been siding with the People's National Movement councillors. He urges that since Roberts receives a stipend from the United National Congress, he should do the honorable thing and step down from the party.
Today I have a letter that I saw circulating on social media where Victor Roberts wrote the Commissioner of Police, the Prime Minister, and yesterday he said he dropped it off at the Integrity Commission. In this letter, I am seeing the coat of arms and a copy of the Siparia Borough Corporation logo. I have sought legal advice on this matter because Victor Roberts as an individual cannot use the coat of arms or the Siparia Borough Corporation logo in a matter that is of personal interest to him. This does not represent the views of the Siparia Borough Corporation. It is very disturbing to know that Mrs. Kamla Persad-Bissessar appointed Victor Roberts as an alderman. He is sitting on a UNC chair and openly supporting the PNM and putting pressure on the UNC-led corporation. I told Mr. Victor Roberts this morning he should do the honorable thing and resign. If you toe a line that is not consistent with our party and our party guidelines and rules, then you certainly do not represent the views of the party. And this is certainly a breach of protocol by using the logo and the coat of arms on a matter of personal interest. I call on Victor Roberts, knowing fully well that Mrs. Kamla Persad-Bissessar appointed him as the alderman in the Siparia Borough Corporation. You are collecting a stipend at the end of each month, courtesy the United National Congress who appointed you, yet you fully endorse and support everything that the PNM councillors have been doing. It is time for him to call it a day and step aside and send him his resignation.
A $50,000 reward is now being offered for information that could help locate Marlon Henwood, a Canadian national who has been missing since March 2nd. Henwood had returned to Trinidad to spend time with his relatives in Siparia before he disappeared after walking out of the San Fernando General Hospital. Family members say his mental health is compromised, raising serious concerns for his safety. His brother Anthony Henwood reportedly traveled from Canada to Trinidad as soon as he learned of the disappearance and has been assisting with efforts to find him. The Hunter Search and Rescue Team, led by Captain Valence Rambrat, has since conducted several search operations across Trinidad as the efforts to locate Henwood continues. You're watching IETV News. We'll return after these messages.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors and roti makers. Try our high quality bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Low price and conveniently packaged in 2 pounds, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Shiklisho Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit us at Warrenville, Canoopia. Shiklisho Limited, quality you can trust.
Are you renewing your motor, homeowner or business insurances shortly? Then call Kalyani Limited, agency for Tatil, for a competitive quote. With 2 locations, Todd Street, El Socorro and 5 Rivers, Aruca. Please call us at 221-5051 or 227-5051. Kalyani Limited, agency for Tatil, building relationships exceeding expectations.
Welcome back. Phagwah, also known as Holi, is one of the most sacred and vibrant festivals observed by Hindus around the world. Celebrated with colors, music, and prayers, the festival symbolizes the triumph of good over evil, the renewal of life, and the strengthening of community bonds. Here's more.
The origins of Phagwah are rooted in ancient history, tradition, and scripture. Central to the observance is a story of Prahlad and Holika, recorded in the Bhagavad Purana, which tells of the victory of righteousness over tyranny. The festival marks the burning away of injustice and the reaffirmation of faith, freedom of belief, and moral courage. Over generations, Phagwah has evolved into a celebration of unity and reconciliation. In Trinidad and Tobago, the festival is marked by chowtal singing, community gatherings, and the sharing of abir and gulal, reflecting the enduring cultural heritage brought by indentured ancestors and preserved as part of the national identity. In her Pagwa 2026 message, Prime Minister Kamala Persad Bissessar extended warm wishes to Hindus across the nation, noting that Trinidad and Tobago joins millions around the world in celebrating the sacred and joyous festival. She described Pagwa as one of the most vibrant festivals in the Hindu calendar, highlighting the role of chowtal singing, community fellowship, and the sharing of color in bringing the nation alive with music, unity, and cultural pride. The Prime Minister reflected on the spiritual meaning of the festival, referencing the story of the Prahlad and Holika as a reminder that tyranny does not endure and that truth, justice, and faith ultimately prevail over oppression. She noted that Pagwa's message extends beyond religion, speaking to universal values of human rights, equality, dignity, and respect, and emphasized that societies flourish when justice guides leadership and democracy gives voice to every citizen. The Prime Minister said the colours of Pagwa symbolize renewal and reconciliation, encouraging citizens to release resentment, strengthen unity, and move forward together with shared purpose. She also urged reflection for those around the world facing hardship, conflict, and injustice, and expressed hope that the festival would inspire compassion, fairness, and freedom. The Prime Minister concluded by wishing that Pagwa bring peace to every home, joy to every family, and renewed hope for the nation.
Let's now take a look at some international news.
Russia and India, and sources indicate that Russia is ready to fulfill India's energy demands in case of continued disruption on energy supplies due to the West Asia crisis. This comes just hours after sources in the Indian government say that India has 25 days of crude oil, 25 days of petrol and diesel stocks. Sources say India has a total stock of crude oil and petroleum products for 8 weeks. Now, according to sources, India is in a good position in terms of energy security, LPG and LNG. The government is closely monitoring the evolving situation in West Asia. However, sources indicate that the government has no intention of increasing prices. In the last 48 hours, the Prime Minister had spoken to leaders of the UAE, Israel, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Bahrain, Oman, and Kuwait, and also Qatar. Let's talk to our Assistant Editor for Foreign Affairs, Siddhant Sibol. Is now on the phone. Siddhant, Russia has come to the aid of India. It says that it will supply India with their energy needs if the situation unfolds to the negative.
Well, yes, sources told us that Russia is willing to support India in its energy needs if the disruption continues, because now it clearly looks like that there could be major energy disruption. Qatar has already announced that the LNG supplies, Strait of Hormuz has been disrupted. The Iranians have clearly sent a message, and it looks like this is for a long haul. Donald Trump himself has said that the war could last 4 weeks. He, of course, was expecting just a weekend development, but this is something that clearly he has miscalculated. There are missiles, rockets flying almost in every direction in West Asia, and it looks like that is going to impact not only energy but connectivity. And of course, for India, focus on the diaspora as well. And the Russian message is clearly that will be seen positively. But there is a red herring along with it, because last year India was imposed with tariffs by Donald Trump for importing Russian energy. Of course, the tariffs have been reduced. There is a Supreme Court ruling as well. But if India imports more from Russia, big question is, will it mean that Donald Trump will again impose tariffs on India? That's the big question.
Well, Siddhant, this problem is not only going to be faced by India, because even Europe will also face the same problems if at all the disruption continues or is faced globally. What would be the significance of both India, or the ramifications rather, of both India and Europe if this crisis persists?
Well, one needs to find new markets, new solutions. The big markets, West Asia, Russia, clearly under pressure Russia from the Western countries, West Asia primarily because of the conflict. There are other countries like from South America, but there is a distance issue as well. America would be keen that countries buy energy from America. There are distances issues. So there are a lot of complications that everyone is heading to, that's for sure. But it looks like it's a wait-and-watch situation. India has a buffer for almost few weeks now. But the big question is, what after the buffer comes to an end?
Tonight, we are learning more about the first American soldiers who were killed in that Iranian drone strike in Kuwait.
I still don't fully think it's real. I didn't think it was real when they told us.
Sergeant Declan Cody was from Des Moines and just 20 years old. His sister Kira recalling the moment the doorbell rang and she got the news.
I just really wish I got to tell him I love him one more time because he was just so amazing.
He had just been recommended for a promotion from specialist to sergeant. He was promoted posthumously. 39-year-old Sergeant First Class Nicola Moore, a mother of two, was just days away from returning to her family in White Bear Lake, Minnesota. Husband Joey spoke to her just 2 hours before she was killed, telling the AP, "You don't go to Kuwait thinking something's going to happen." 42-year-old Sergeant First Class Noah Teachins, a father to a teenage son, had just 3 months left on his tour. His twin brother Nicholas telling the New York Times he just wanted to get there and get it over with and get back. John Coleman served alongside Teachins.
You could call him day or night. He always took the time. You know, he made you feel important. And that's hard to find sometimes in the military.
Captain Cody Cork's family says the 35-year-old lived with purpose, loved deeply, and served honorably. Childhood friend Chase Smith.
He's just all-around good dude. You know, nobody would have thought in a million years it'd be him.
Late tonight, the Pentagon identified 2 other soldiers killed in that Iranian drone attack in Kuwait. Major Jeffrey R. O'Brien, 45, of Indianola, Iowa, and Chief Warrant Officer 3 Robert Marzan, 54, of Sacramento, California.
When we return, your weather update and more.
In our lives, there are moments that need to be remembered. Are you hosting a Ramayan Yagya, religious or cultural event or celebration? Would you like to have it aired live on IETV or recorded for playback later? We will air your program on IETV and IE Radio, with your viewers joining locally and internationally. Your family and friends worldwide can view on www.ietvtt.com or listen on ieradiott.com. To make arrangements, call or WhatsApp IETV at 784-9880. Let us record your cherished moments and share it.
Welcome back to IETV's Major News. Let's take a look at today's weather forecast.
In today's weather update, today was generally partly cloudy to sunny across Trinidad and Tobago with warm and humid conditions. Prevailing through much of the day, periods of increased cloudiness developed during the afternoon, bringing a few isolated showers in some areas, particularly across central and southern districts, while many other locations remained mostly fair. Daytime temperatures reached near 32 to 33 in Trinidad and about 31 degrees in Tobago. For tonight, generally settled conditions are expected with partly cloudy skies and a few brief showers developing in isolated areas. Overall conditions should remain mostly calm and comfortable overnight. Seas are slight to moderate with waves ranging between 1.0 and 1.5 meters in open waters and below 1 meter in sheltered areas. For Friday, a mix of sunshine and clouds is expected across the islands. There remains the possibility of isolated to scattered showers during the afternoon, especially in central and southern Trinidad, while Tobago should experience generally fair conditions with brief showers. Temperatures are expected to reach around 32 degrees in Trinidad and near 31 in Tobago. Humidity levels will remain relatively high, making conditions feel warm during the day.
Let's take a look at some crime news.
Traffic police have arrested one man and seized 2 firearms and quantities of ammunition during exercises conducted under the State of Emergency Powers Regulation 2026 within the past 24 hours. Between 6:15 p.m. and 7:30 p.m., officers of the Traffic and Highway Patrol Branch conducted an intelligence-led operation in the Northern Division. During the exercise, officers proceeded to a residence along Pinto Road, Arima, where a search was conducted. One Glock 23 pistol was recovered along with 8 rounds of ammunition and a magazine. The items were seized and a 32-year-old man was arrested in connection with the find. Additionally, between 11 p.m. and 12:30 a.m., officers acted on further intelligence, which led them to a location at Kennedy Park, Papuri Road, Picton. While there, officers searched a blue garbage bin and discovered one Jericho 9mm pistol, along with 6 rounds of 9mm ammunition and 30 rounds of 5.56 ammunition. The items were seized pending further inquiries. A woman is expected to appear before the Master of High Court on March 9th, 2026, after being charged with larceny in connection with a fraudulent online vehicle sale. The accused, Chinara Collingwood, was formally charged on Tuesday, 3rd March 2026 with larceny of the sum of $6,000. Following investigations conducted by officers of the Fraud Squad Eastern Division, she was granted bail in the sum of $30,000 with one surety. Investigations were initiated after a report was made on September 2nd, 2024 by a male victim who stated that he responded to an online advertisement for the sale of a white Nissan Wingroad motor vehicle valued at $50,000. The advertisement offered an option of a $6,000 down payment with the balance payable in installments. The victim reported that he deposited the requested $6,000 into a local bank account. However, the vehicle was never delivered and efforts to secure a refund were unsuccessful. Officers of the Fraud Squad subsequently conducted inquiries and on March 3rd, 2026, executed a search warrant at a residence in Sandy Grande. The accused was arrested and later charged following consultations and legal advice with senior officers.
Recapping the headlines, Trinidad and Tobago is confirmed to attend the major regional security summit in Florida this weekend. The body found at Blenheim Bay in Tobago has been identified, and the Education Minister launches the revised National School Code of Conduct. Well, this is where we leave you for now. On behalf of our entire news team, I'm Kevin Maharaj. Thank you for joining us.